Hey guys, how are we doing today? I'm going to be reviewing the Asus BE19096U tri-band Wi-Fi 7 router. I have two of these here because I'm going to create my own home mesh. Asus actually has a really great AI mesh system that you can use to create your own mesh network throughout the house. I found this to be more effective than the Decos and the Orbis that are out there from Netgear. First things first, when you get this bad boy, you'll see that there is a ton of shrink wrap that comes with this device. It has a little security tag, that's an RFID tag that helps retailers track if the item is stolen or something else happens. Why in this day and age they still continue to wrap this up in plastic, also plastic that is not recyclable, is beyond me and makes no sense. Most manufacturers, including Apple, has moved away from plastic wrappings. So it does not add to security, it does not add to anything that is meaningful to customers. Okay, next thing, anytime you go buy the device, I'm hiding it here, but please take a look at the hardware version of the manufacturing year. You should do this for any device that you buy. It does not have to be just this device. Why? One, because when I first bought this from Best Buy, they gave me a version that was built in 2023. Then I found this one that is 2024. And I had to jump through hoops to figure out if there were hardware revisions of this router that added new or better chips, in some cases inferior chips if they have a shortage, and then you make your informed decision. The upgraded version of this router, the BE98 Pro or the GT98 Pro, that actually has multiple versions. So you want the latest version as of this video is 2.7. So you always look for the hardware version that is 2.7. I'm just hiding the serial numbers and MAC address here. So now let's get into it. So when you get this router, you can open the box. As you can see, ton of safety packaging, some advanced Wi-Fi tips, and here is the router. Now again, everything is plastic wrapped. Plastic everywhere. At least this is recyclable. This thing is massive. Just to give you context, I will take a little Haribo bar package that you get, and you can see how big this is. You can probably stack 3 of these here, 3 of these across. This is a massive unit. So more than likely, your spouse may not like the aesthetics of this big black thing. It's also very square, and it is massive and heavy. So please make sure that you find conspicuous spaces that this can go in that does not bother or take away from the aesthetics of your home as you choose to deploy this in a mesh setting that is visible to people, or hide it somewhere else. The second thing you'll notice is there are these vents that are supposedly for cooling. And there's air intake here on the bottom, and then this is the exhaust. So you'll feel hot air coming out. Now, one of the most common things that you'll see in this particular router or even other Wi-Fi 7 routers from Asus is people will say that these actually run hotter than what the manufacturer's ideal temperatures are. And sometimes even if they're running at the ideal temps, you're not getting the Wi-Fi throughput. Putting a simple fan over here seems to take the temps down significantly. And there are handy USB ports on the back where you can actually hook up a USB controller or USB fan. And it should help your Wi-Fi work significantly better. So no need to dole out the money for the top of the line ROG routers for gaming, or even the new BE19000 AI. You can simply take this beast, put a little bit more cooling, and this works like very well. So, and the one thing to note about this particular device is this device was only hardware revision one time, meaning it's the original hardware spec. That means they got something right. They do not need to go back and re-hardware this thing and come up with new chips or different chips in it. So it only has one firmware system, one hardware system, makes it really easy, and it is a tested device for over 2 years in the market. However, it is still all the latest specs and standards. This is not a quad band router, it's a tri-band router. And in most cases, if you have a wired backhaul, you do not need to have a tri-band. Now, one last thing. These devices also allow for you to have a cellular backup. If you have an Android device and can use PDA-Net, you can actually hook up on the USB side a spare cell phone and that can be used and configured as a cellular hotspot for your network in the event your main internet goes down. So there are a bunch of benefits to buying this unit. In the next video, I'll talk to you guys about how to do the Asus WRT or the Open WRT version of Asus installed in this router, so you can have some more configurability and get rid of the bloatware features that Asus really pushes down the consumer's throats. Okay, thank you for watching. Again, always raw videos, never edited, never paused, and no affiliate links ever. Okay guys, we're going to continue unboxing our RT-BE96U from Asus. As you can see, these little plastic things that came off of the antennas are now recyclable, but they are here. We also have a second layer shrink wrapping. Why would they do it? I have no idea. This is again non-recyclable plastic more than likely. It's just very thin, flimsy shrink wrap. What aesthetic purpose it's serving, I have no idea. Maybe protecting the antenna from scratches in transit, but it just seems like a sustainability nightmare. And it's actually not even that easy to get off, even with the perforations. I'll do that later. As you can see here, if you lift this, you have your power supply units in here. This is what I found. This is a pretty massive brick. It actually comes with a full 3-prong power cord that goes into that brick. Then that goes and supplies the power to your router. It's a pretty hefty unit. You do get your VIP warranty. Now note, if you guys bought this anywhere where they like to upsell on extended warranties, Asus comes with a native 3-year warranty, which means you do not actually have to buy third-party warranties more than likely. The routers are typically covered pretty well, and Asus is good about warranting their units, or at least they used to be. I actually haven't had to warranty one in a very long time. Okay, stay tuned for more videos as I continue the unboxing after I take off this stupid shrink wrap. Okay guys, so I'm back. I have now taken off the outer layer. I've taken off the shrink wrap. Now I realize there's one more layer of plastic still stuck to this antenna. Like, the amount of plastic Asus has put on this machine in this day and age is just mind-boggling. And really, they don't need to have little flimsy pieces of plastic everywhere for no reason. And we're going to be taking this off on all of these. The power cord, power adapter, everything came in plastic. So I will unbox this completely. I will take off all the plastic. I will set it up. And then in the next video, we're going to talk through how to install Asus, the Merlin firmware, which is the WRT firmware that can make this router run a lot better. There are some downsides to it. We'll discuss that. But for now, enjoy this video. Leave some comments. Again, as always, raw, unedited videos and no referral links or commissions whatsoever.